You gotta slow down to enjoy certain things in life. Hey, what's up? It's Patrick. It's Rose via Fire. And I pray this message reaches who it needs to reach. So let's talk about you gotta slow down to enjoy certain things in life. So, what do I mean by you gotta slow down to enjoy certain things in life? So, there comes times in life to whereas the only way that you're gonna enjoy certain things is by slowing down, because I don't know what it is. It's like certain things in life, you cannot appreciate them if you're rushing and if you're moving fast. And if you're trying to like just kind of like use speed and just kind of like just zoom through everything and rush through everything, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're a person out there and you are addicted to speed, addicted to rushing, and just addicted to just getting stuff like right away, you know, getting stuff overnight and stuff like that, you're not gonna be able to enjoy certain things in life. And I'm gonna give y'all an example of certain things that you have to slow down in order to enjoy. Um, so let me look at my list real quick. But the first thing that you have to slow down in order to enjoy is God's love. You know what I'm saying? Really, really anytime when you are dealing with real love and true love, you gotta slow down, bro. Anytime that you are dealing with true love and real love, you gotta slow down, bro. Know what I'm saying? How you gonna enjoy real love and true love when you rushing? You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna enjoy God's love and God's peace when you're rushing? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like kryptonite, bro. Rushing is like the kryptonite of God's peace. Because God's peace is like you know what I'm saying? In order to enjoy God's peace, you kind of just gotta not have a rushing spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you can't be like always like rushing and this and that. And that's how you gonna enjoy God's peace, bro. You get what I'm saying? That's pretty much the best way you're gonna enjoy God's peace is like by slowing down, taking your time, you know what I'm saying? Just think of it like, let's say you're at the park, right? If you're at the park and you're just taking in everything, you know what I'm saying? You're taking in the fresh air, you're taking in like the birds chirping, you know what I'm saying? Like the beautiful, cloudy, sunny day, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna enjoy these things when you're not really slowed down, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes, bro, slowing down is not just physical. Slowing down is mental. You know what I'm saying? You gotta slow your mind down, bro. Like, just slow your mind down. Calm your spirit down, you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta be still and calm your spirit down, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be real with you. This is something that I struggled with for a long time, because for so long I've been addicted to speed, bro. And you know me, I'm transparent. I'm open about my life, bro. For the longest I've been addicted to speed, bro. Just zooming through stuff, getting stuff done, you know what I'm saying? But I'm at a phase in my life and God is just showing me like, bro, just slow down, bro. That the only way you're gonna enjoy certain things in life. Know what I'm saying? Let's say God sends you the right person for your life. Let's say God sends you your person or your partner or whatever. You can't rush that type of relationship, bro. You can't rush that type of blessing, bro, because you're gonna ruin it. Know what I'm saying? And like I said, I was addicted to just rushing and speed. To whereas if God would have sent me the right person, I would have messed it up. Because I was so addicted to speed and just rushing and just like, oh, we gotta do that, bro. We gotta do this project, and we gotta, like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get to know this about you, and then this, and we gotta go here, we gotta go, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. Sometimes you gotta slow down in order to enjoy certain things in life. Because if you do not slow down, bro, I'm trying to tell you, bro, if you do not slow down, you're gonna miss it. If you do not slow down, you're not gonna be able to feel the impact. Sometimes the impact only comes when you slow down. Know what I'm saying? When you're not rushing, that's when you really feel the impact. That's when you really like, that's when like things really like develop, almost like develop more depth, because you're not trying to rush them, you know what I'm saying? You're letting them run their course and take their time, you know what I'm saying? Think about it like a plant, bro. If you plant like a plant and then like you're trying to rush it to grow and this and that, you trying to make the plant grow overnight, as opposed to letting the growth run its course and this and that. And you're showing the plant love, and you watering the plant, you know what I'm saying? You're showing the plant love by watering it, you know what I'm saying? Sunlight and all this stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the gardening and stuff, right? That process, bro, like you gonna enjoy the process more. Like, bro, how you gonna enjoy the process if you don't slow down? You know what I'm saying? How you gonna enjoy the process when you don't slow down? So like I'm saying, bro, there's certain things in life you gotta slow down in order to enjoy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the first thing I mentioned was God's love. The second thing is God's peace. In order to enjoy God's peace, man, majority of the times you gotta slow down to enjoy God's peace. You know what I'm saying? Cause when you clouded by all this speed, bro, you're gonna miss that peace, bro. And when you clouded by all these thoughts in your mind and your mind racing, you're gonna miss God's love and just what God is trying to show you and stuff like that. And there's so many more things in life to whereas you have to slow down in order to enjoy, bro. So many more things, bro. This is just like, these are just two examples of God's love and God's peace, but there's so many more things in life that you really have to slow down to enjoy. You cannot enjoy if you're going like 100 miles per hour, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just using that as an example. Like, let's say you had super speed and you was able to run fast, you know what I'm saying? Like the Flash. You cannot enjoy certain things when you're always like running like 1,000 miles per hour. Certain things, bro, you gotta slow down. When it comes to love, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to understanding somebody and getting to know somebody, let's keep it real. When you get to know somebody and you get to know like an amazing person that God puts in your life, when you trying to get to know them, you can't rush that. You can't rush that. No one say that's not what I'm saying. You ain't going, bro, you gotta slow down to enjoy certain things in life. If God sends the right person in your life and you're trying to rush getting to know them, you're trying to figure out everything overnight, that's something you gotta slow down, bro. And many more things you gotta slow down. Like, in order to empathize with the right people, you gotta slow down, bro. You ain't gonna understand it if you just rushing through it. Know what I'm saying? You can't, bro. Trying to tell you. But that's pretty much everything I wanted. Oh yeah, another thing that you have to slow down in order to enjoy is the smaller things in life. You have to slow down in order to enjoy the smaller things in life. How you gonna enjoy the smaller things in life if you don't slow down? You know what I'm saying? The smaller things in life, you always gotta slow down, because you gonna miss the smaller things. If you don't slow down, you gonna miss the smaller things for sure. You know what I'm saying? But that pretty much everything I wanted to talk about, man. You gotta slow down to enjoy certain things in life. And I know y'all could probably think of so many more examples of things that you got to slow down in order to enjoy. But I just gave y'all 3 examples. The first example was God's love. Second example was God's peace. Third example was the smaller things in life, you know what I'm saying? But there's so many things in life that you have to slow down in order to enjoy. It's a must that you slow down in order to enjoy, you know what I'm saying? I know the hustle culture, everything is speed, the hustle culture. I gotta get to the next money, the next this and next that, you know what I'm saying? Everything's speed, 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 bro. But there's certain things, bro, like, man. And oh yeah, God just spoke to my mind real quick. God said, in order to kind of like appreciate how far God has gotten you in life, you gotta slow down for that one too. That's just something that God just spoke to my mind. He just put that in my mind real quick. He said, God said, in order to enjoy how far he's gotten you in life, you gotta slow down. How you go enjoy and appreciate and thank God for how far he's gotten you in life without slowing down? In order to reminisce about, man, how far has God gotten me in life? How did I make it this far? We weren't even supposed to make it this far, bro. But God has allowed me to make it this far. Know what I'm saying? You know how many people died, bro, trying to make it this far? You know how many people passed away, all types of stuff, bro? You know how many people didn't make it, bro? Life is real, bro. So if God allowed you to make it this far, man, that's a blessing. But in order to enjoy the journey of how far God has gotten you, you gotta slow down and just reminisce, bro. Man, just take time, bro. Just take time away from the speed, bro. Take time away from the hustling and all this stuff, and just really sit and just be like, yo, God has really gotten me so far, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just reminisce, bro. Like, in order to thank God and to appreciate and to enjoy how far God has gotten you, you gotta slow down, bro. And that's just like the fourth example that God just gave me, bro. Not gonna lie, that might be one, bro. That was definitely one of the best examples. You know what I'm saying? God gave me that example at the very last minute when I was about to end the message. God was like, nah, bro, let me give you this one too so you could add it to the message. Know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like, that's basically everything I wanted to talk about, bro. Peace.